Live from Hazard, Kentucky, this is Jammin' John's Wrestling News. Here's your news for Friday, February 15th, 2019. Naomi issued a brief comment regarding her husband Jimmy Uso being arrested. It all started when Cody Shamoon tweeted on Twitter, "I keep checking Naomi's Twitter every couple of minutes. I hope she's okay," to which Naomi replied back, "Yes dear, we were safe, and okay thank you, and love y'all." Dash Wilder of The Revival teased the return of the 1980s/1990s WWE Tag Team title belt design on Twitter. Dash tweeted on Twitter a photo of himself with Scott Dawson with the old school World Tag Team titles around their waist, and wrote underneath that photo, "The people have spoken, WWE. Don't deny the universe. Bring back the GOAT championships." Yes, please, anything better than the giant nickel championships. I don't know what it is about WWE's titles, but most of the titles on the main roster, with the exception of the Intercontinental and US titles, just look really bland, and they're just copies of each other, so I would really love to see the old school World Tag Team title design back. WWE, make it happen, come on. In regards to The Undertaker appearing at StarCast 2, Dave Meltzer of F4WOnline.com noted the following about Undertaker's status with WWE. Dave Meltzer said, "At least as of a week ago, he was not doing either WrestleMania or the Saudi Arabia event, and obviously WWE can panic and have him on the Saudi Arabia show if the prince wants him. They can offer him so much money to do it. But as of a week ago, he was not on either show, so I think he's retired as a wrestler." Thanks to RingsideNews.com for the quotes. Chris Jericho recently did an interview with Forbes.com, and here are some highlights from that interview. On a potential AEW television deal, Chris Jericho said, "I'm not going to show up somewhere that doesn't have a major league television deal. That's not what I'm interested in doing. I'm not doing this to be a Mater or Robin Hood. I'm doing this to continue to grow my brand and to take over the business and the world. I know a few potential suitors for television. I know some potential ideas as far as how we're going to do it. I know that both of them that I've heard are game changers." On homegrown talent in AEW, Chris Jericho said, "I think we've assembled a great roster already of fresh talent. We have the seasoned veterans and really untapped rookies with great people on every level. We have 6 to 8 blue chippers. That's all you need to do a wrestling company. I think we have enough talent for the first year already. I think what AEW has done is shaken up the big companies, and when I say that, I mean WWE and New Japan, to where they're signing everybody, and signing them to longer deals and more money. And I say to all of them, you're welcome." Chris Jericho continued on by saying, "We have to work and build the roster that we already have, knowing that we'll get more, but for right now, we have to assume this is our roster for the next year. Let's build some guys and create some of our own stars, which is mandatory for any wrestling company to survive." The WWE announced the following today. The WWE announced on Twitter that the Minute Maid Park in Houston, Texas, the home of the Houston Astros baseball team, will be the host of the Royal Rumble on Sunday, January the 26th, 2020, as announced by the Houston Chronicle. So there you have it, folks. The Royal Rumble will be live from another baseball stadium. PWInsider.com is reporting that Bray Wyatt is said to be very close to a return to the ring. The belief is that Wyatt just needs to be medically cleared and he'll be ready to return. Also, Ariel Helwani is reporting that former WWE wrestler Jack Swagger's next MMA fight is scheduled for the Bellator 221 event in Chicago. An opponent for Swagger has not been determined yet. And finally, here on Jammin' John's Wrestling News, here are the favorites to win at the 2019 Elimination Chamber pay-per-view, courtesy of 5dimes.eu. For the Women's Elimination Chamber, Bayley and Sasha Banks, -210, Nia Jackson Tamina, +460, The Riot Squad, +800, Rose and Deville, +850, The Iconics, +1,300, and Naomi and Carmella, +2,300. For The Miz and Shane McMahon versus the Usos, the WWE SmackDown Tag Team Championship match, The Miz and Shane McMahon, -400, the Usos, +280. For the men's Elimination Chamber, Daniel Bryan, negative 505. AJ Styles, positive 1,150. Randy Orton, positive 1,250. Samoa Joe, positive 1,350. Kofi Kingston, positive 1,900. And Jeff Hardy, positive 2,000. For Buddy Murphy versus Akira Tozawa, the Cruiserweight Championship match, Buddy Murphy, negative 750. Akira Tozawa, positive 450. For Rowdy, Ronda Rousey and Ruby Riott, the Raw Women's Championship match, Ronda Rousey, negative 4,500. Ruby Riott, positive 1,500. For Bobby Lashley and Lio Rush versus Finn Balor, the handicap match for the Intercontinental title, Bobby Lashley and Lio Rush, positive 100. Finn Balor, negative 140. And for Braun Strowman versus Baron Corbin, the no DQ match, Braun Strowman, negative 600, and Baron Corbin, positive 400. The favorites have the negative symbol and the underdogs have the positive symbol. For the favorites, the number represents the amount of money you would need to risk to win $100. For the underdogs, the number represents the amount of money you would win if you risk $100. That is your news for Friday, February 15th, 2019. Check back here on Monday for another Jammin' John's Wrestling News Flash Briefing on Amazon Alexa devices, Spotify, YouTube, Stitcher, and iTunes. Follow me on Twitter at John Caldwell, JONCOLWELL. Follow me on Instagram, The Jammin' John. If you'd like to sponsor Jammin' John's Wrestling News or your wrestling promotion, wanting to get your next big event out, you can email me, jzcaldwell@gmail.com. That's JZCOLWELL@gmail.com. Big shout out to Ryan Hurdle and Tony Nelson for subscribing to my Patreon. You too can subscribe to me by going to patreon.com/JamminJohn. I have free packages on there ranging from free to $7. Not a whole lot of money. I would really appreciate it if you supported me a little bit financially. Once again, that's patreon.com/JamminJohn. This is Jammin' John saying thanks, goodbye, and have a great weekend, everybody.